Okay, so in this video we're going to have a look at dividing fractions. So let's start off with 3/8 divided by 2. Now that's finding half of 3/8. Okay, so you can't just do half of 3. You can't have 1.5 over 4, for example, or 1.5 over 8, okay, because you've got then two parts, as a decimal and as a fraction. So if we draw out 3/8, okay, so here's 8s and we've got 3 of them. We want to find half of that. So by doing that, we need to make sure that we split each of the 8s in half. So I've got my 8s, now I want to split each of them in half. So I should now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 across the top, 8 across the bottom. So altogether, I've got 16 parts. So I know the answer is going to be something out of 16. Because I'm finding half of something, I've made the parts half the size, I've made them smaller, but I've still only got 3 parts. I've just got 3 smaller parts now. So I've got this part, and this part. I've got 3 smaller parts now. So instead of having 3/8, I've now got 3/16. So the answer is 3/16. Now to do this method quickly without having to draw it, you can do 3/8 divided by 2. You put the 2 over the 1. But instead of doing a division, you turn this fraction upside down and you do 3/8 multiplied by a half, because multiplying by a half is the same as dividing by 2. And again, just like in the last video, you multiply the tops and you multiply the bottoms and you get 3/16. Okay, so now we're going to have a look at 4/10 divided by 8/15. So remember, we turn it upside down, so it's 4/10 multiplied by 15 over 8 equals 4 lots of 15 are 60 and 10 lots of 8 are 80. Now I can divide both by 10 to simplify it. So I take off those zeros, I've divided them by 10. So I've got 6 over 8. They both have a factor of 2. So we've got 3/4. So what happens if you've got 6 3/10 multiplied by 2 1/7 and then divided by 2 1/4? You can see I've got mixed numbers here, I've got multiplication and I've got a division. Okay, so we need to split this up into a few parts. First of all, let's make them improper fractions. So 6 lots of 10 is 60 plus the 3, so we've got 63/10. We're multiplying that by 2 lots of 7 is 14 plus the 1, 15/7. We'll worry about the division afterwards. Let's do the multiplication. So first of all, we need to do 63 multiplied by 15. So 3 times by 5 is 15. 6 times by 5 is 30, plus the 1 is 31. I have my 0 because I'm multiplying by the 10s. So 110 times 3 is 3. 1 times 6 is 6. Add them together. So it's 945. And then 10 times 7 is 70. Okay, so we've got 945 divided by 70. And we'll simplify that afterwards. Now we need to divide that by 2 1/4. So we've got 945 over 70 divided by 2 1/4. So if we put 2 1/4 as an improper fraction, we get 2 lots of 4 is 8 plus the 1, 9 over 4. We turn it upside down, so we've got 945 multiplied now by 4/9, and this one was over 70. So 945 times 4. So that's 20, 16, 17, 18. 9 times 4 is 36, 37. So we're now on 3,780 over 70 times 9. Well, I know 7 times 9 is 63. So multiply that by the 10, 630. And then we need to simplify. Could leave it like that, or we could simplify. So first of all, I'm going to divide both by 10. So I'm going to take off my zeros. And then I need to find how many 63s go into 378. So I need to do some long division. So 63 into 378. So remember, 63, 126, 189, plus another 63, 252, plus another 63 is 315, plus another 63 is 378. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 lots of 63 into 378. So I can simplify this into a whole number of 6.